Hey guys, I hope all of y'all are doing well. My name is Vamshika and I'm going to teach you today about transportation in plants. And the topics that we're going to cover today are transportation in plants, transpiration, and diffusion. So let's get started. So, the first and foremost, the two main transport systems are xylem and phloem. Okay, xylem transports water and minerals, while phloem transports sugars and amino acids. Keep this in mind. It's very simple. So xylem usually transports water and minerals from the roots of the plant stem, from the roots to the stem through the leaves. And they are specialized cells which are usually known as vessels. As you see, it has a very hollow tube. The loose ends of their walls, so they're continuous and it's a hollow tube so that the water and minerals can flow easily. And this is only in one direction. And they have lignin around it. Lignin is actually a polymer which is quite rigid and it helps give structure to the plant. So this is the lignin as you can see, and this is the water and minerals, and it's only in one direction. It is actually a physical process and it really does not require a lot of energy. Then we have phloem. As we remember, phloem transports sugar and amino acids. And the fact that sugar plays a vital role in this, and it helps in various aspects. It helps growing of the plants, storage organs such as the bulbs and tubers. It helps in developing seeds as well as respiration. The transportation of substances in phloem is known as translocation. And there are two types of cells that make up phloem, that is not makeup, that are existent in phloem, that is the sieve tubes and companion cells. The sieve tubes are specialized for transport and do not have a nuclei. Each sieve tube has a perforated end, so its cytoplasm connects one cell to the next. For example, this is a diagram, so you get a clear picture. This is for a sieve tube and it has perforated ends. All right, so and the movement over here is both the ways. It goes upwards and downwards. So this is a sieve tube, and the companion cell, it's the transportation of substances in phloem which requires energy. Here it requires a lot of energy. And the sieve tube is completely dependent on a companion cell or companion cells. So just have a look at this diagram. This is phloem and it's a two-way movement. It goes up as well and down. This is both for sugar and amino acids. And this is a perforation of the sieve tube, you can see. And let's just compare and contrast so we get a clear idea. This is the comparison of transportation in xylem and phloem. So this is xylem and phloem. It is a physical process, and here we require energy in phloem. It transports water and minerals, it transports sugars, amino acids, and products of photosynthesis. The direction is only upwards, and over here it's upwards and downwards. It's both the ways. You can look at the diagram to get a clear idea. Here the picture of lignin is much more defined, and you can make it out that it's quite rigid. And you can see it's quite hollow, and they do not have cells in between, how they have sieve tubes here. So it's quite hollow, and it helps the water and minerals to go quite freely in one direction. See? And over here in phloem, it requires more energy and transports substances both the direction, upwards and downwards. And they do have cells with end walls, such as the perforations, example as the sieve tube that we had learned. Now we'll learn about transpiration. Transpiration, in simple words, can be explained as it's the process of loss of water through the stomata present on the leaves of plants. Stomata is actually a very minute opening, and it's usually found underneath the layer of the leaf surface. And it's very minute. You cannot see it with the naked eye, but you can if you put it under a microscope, and then you can easily figure it out because they have really tiny openings. And it generally allows carbon dioxide to enter into the interior of the leaf and allows oxygen to exit during the process of photosynthesis. It provides energy to transport water in the plant and may aid in heat. It also helps in the supply of water from roots to top parts of the plant. So the importance of the functions of transpiration. It helps the cooling effect of trees. The cooling effect of trees that we see is usually because of the process of transpiration. It cools down the surface of the leaves. It also helps in growth and development. It regulates the temperature of plants. It allows the movement of water and minerals from soil to different parts of the plant. This is how. So usually the water is taken up from the ground and it goes up through the stem and it goes to the leaves. And under these leaves, the bottom of the leaves, the epidermis, the lower epidermis area, there are small, minute openings. And as I stated, you cannot see them with the naked eye. So these are stomatas. This is how they are actually. So this is a closed stomata and this is an open stomata. You can see from the open stomata that it's even the opening is quite small. And when this is open, the water transpires. So the water which is taken from the earth, it goes to the stem, it goes to the base of the leaf, and then you have stomatas as such. And during the process of photosynthesis, it opens up and transpiration takes place. It helps in the as we just learned, it helps take the carbon dioxide and gives out oxygen. It all happens through this. If you want to actually check this process out, if you have a house plant, you can put a piece of plastic bag over a branch of your potted plant and keep it for a couple of hours. And when you come back later on and check, you can see that the plastic is surrounded and covered with water particles. That means your plant is breathing. That means there is transpiration taking place. The water is the transpiration, and that comes out from those leaves that you have covered with a piece of plastic, and that comes out through these stomatas, the small stomata opening. Now we learn diffusion. Diffusion is a very simple concept. Diffusion is the process of movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Let's repeat that again. Diffusion is the process of movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. It occurs in plants. The concentration of carbon dioxide in the air around the plant and the gas in the leaf is caused by diffusion. It diffuses through small pores called stomata. We just learned that. So diffusion also takes place with the help of stomata from a region of higher concentration, which is the oxygen, to go into the plant, which is the region of lower concentration. That is diffusion. Diffusion also occurs in plant cells. It's also in plant cells, even the plant and the plant cells. The process of photosynthesis that occurs in the plant leaves depends on the diffusion of gases. Diffusion is a very important process for photosynthesis where carbon dioxide from the stomata diffuses into the leaves and finally into the cells. As I said, from a region of high concentration, which is the carbon dioxide surrounding the plant, it goes through the stomata to the leaf, and finally into the cells to the region, which is the lower concentration inside the plant, is known as diffusion. So diffusion is the process of movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Let's all just revise. So plants have two transportation systems, which is xylem and phloem. Xylem transports minerals in water, while phloem transports sugars and amino acids, which are dissolved in water. Simple words, transpiration is the process of loss of water through the stomata present on the leaves of the plant, which is on the lower layer, the lower epidermis. And stomata are the minute openings present on the lower epidermis of the leaf surface. Diffusion is the process of movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this and have got it. Thank you.